What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we got a full day of eating for you. So let's just get right into it. First meal is 2 eggs and 138 grams of egg whites. That comes out to a total of 218 calories, 0 carb, 9 fat, and 27 grams of protein. I like to keep my breakfast low-ish, or this is actually pretty low-calorie breakfast. And also, I don't like any carbs in my breakfast. This is just good for maintaining good insulin sensitivity. Well, I'll talk more about that a little bit later. But yeah, this is meal 1. It's kind of like a snack, to be honest, because my next meal is gonna be in about an hour and a half, and it's gonna be 4 times the size. All right, guys, next meal number 2. So this is lunch number 1 out of 3. I will eat this 2 times, but this is obviously the first time. So like you saw, we got ground beef that is 93% lean. So that's 8 ounces uncooked of that, so it's half a package. A package is a pound. I'll usually eat a pound a day. And then 200 grams of cooked white rice with 2 sugar-free sauces, a spicy one and a honey mustard one, and then some like Trader Joe's like pizza flavored seasoning. It's really good. But macros and calories for this meal are 56 grams of carbs, all coming from the rice, of course, 13 grams of fat, and 42 grams of protein for a total calorie count of 530. So I'll have that one more time along with another lunch. Sometimes that is a shake, sometimes that is like rice and chicken or rice and tuna. I will be switching to rice and tuna for one of these meals going forward in the cut. I had a massive refeed weekend, a little bit of a celebratory weekend for some life stuff going on, so I just threw the diet out the window, just enjoyed my time. So we're up a little bit of weight, and then now we're gonna dial it back in to get shredded again. So I will see you at meal number 3. All right, we are at lunch number 2. Meal number 3, I think. So I actually lied, I'm actually changing this meal a little bit. Instead of 200 grams of rice, it'll be 300. Still the same 8 ounces of beef. Also with this meal, I will have my supplements. So we have calcium, magnesium, zinc blend with vitamin D3. Just a basic multivitamin, as well as fish oil. All this is just good for just basic health, covering the gamut of micronutrients and stuff that you might be lacking. As you can tell, I don't really have vegetables or fruit in my diet. I'm not really sure why. I guess sometimes with the burger bowls, or the beef bowls, I'll use just like lettuce or onion. But typically, I'm pretty low on the fruit and vegetable spectrum. So I will supplement with as much micronutrients as possible. And then I will also be having one of these, Anabar. So the total calories and macros for this meal, we have 929 calories, 66 grams of protein, 106 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of fat. The next meal will be a little bit heavy on the carbs as well, and that will be the pre-workout meal. So I'll see you then. All right, it is actually after the gym, but I forgot to film the pre-workout meal, but here's the pre-workout meal. We have 1 serving of just plain Rice Krispies with 1.5 servings of the Chocolate Premier Protein cereal. And then also my pre-workout has 70 calories in it, all coming from carbs. So I will just throw that into the total calories and macros here. Total calories and macros for pre-workout. We're looking at 32 protein, 68 carb, and 8 fat with a total of 470 calories. So that is another kind of a pretty carb heavy meal. And then after that is down about an hour and a half to 2 hours after that, I'll hit the gym, which was yesterday. It was an arm day, which you are about to watch now. All right, fam, today is arm day. I hope you can hear me. It's a little loud in here. But typically I would start an arm day with a shoulder press, but I got chest tomorrow, so I'll be doing some pressing tomorrow, so I don't want to wear out my pressing strength today. So we'll be starting with dumbbell curls. We got the 50s here, gonna be shooting for about 10 reps with each arm. I've been kind of weak recently, but we'll see. that didn't feel too bad. I'll do 2 more sets of these. Alright, so the goal with these being the first movement is to just be more of a compound heavy movement before I get into like the squeezing lighter movements like a cable curl or a preacher curl. Don't know if I'll be able to get 10 reps in each arm here, probably closer to like 8, but we'll get to failure regardless. I'm trying to maintain form the whole way through. Yeah, that's it. Next up we have cable tricep extensions. This is a pretty nice attachment. It just kind of fits your hand. So this is going to be one of my lighter tricep movements actually, because I like to be able to, when my triceps are too pumped, I can't squeeze them as much as I can when they're not pumped. So with a movement like this, I want to be able to squeeze it a lot and get a good contraction. So I'll do this usually first, maybe second, but again, focusing on the stretch to squeeze anywhere from 12 to 15 reps here. Two more sets here. Rest times here for movements like this, pretty much every movement arm day is between 60 to 90 seconds. If I'm doing a heavy shoulder press, it might be closer to 2 minutes. Leg days, pretty much everything's closer to 2.5 to 3 minutes. But for me, it seems like my arms are ready to go. My ATP and oxygen are kind of all re-upped at about 90 seconds. So that's typical for an arm day. And don't cut your rest time short. You're going to be missing out on some gains. last set of these is going to be a bit of a Hani Rambod style, like FST7 set. And what I mean by that is the way Hani does it is he'll have his athletes do 7 like little mini sets in like a drop set fashion at their as their last set of a movement. I kind of do like a triple, quadruple drop set. I'm not going to be doing 7 mini sets, but the idea of it is really muscle volumization, just getting as much blood into the muscle as possible in simple terms. So I've been experimenting with that with my arms for a couple weeks now, and it feels pretty good. So we're going to be doing that for the last movement on this exercise, as well as lateral raises and preacher curl, I believe. But let's get this last set. So here's part 1 of the drop set. Right, typically I would do these seated, but there's no more like flat benches here. They're all weird, so I'll be doing lateral raises standing. Return this to a drop set. Alright, that's all I'm going to film with lateral raises, because that's just going to be the same thing two more times. So that'll be it for you guys for lateral raises until I hit the machine. Alright, so typically I go back to biceps after this. I'd be doing the preacher curl, but that machine is taken. So we're going to be doing tricep dips. Yeah. Same logic as all the movements I do here. Good stretch, good squeeze. Mid to high rep range, 12 to 20. I haven't quite figured this machine out yet. here when you're doing these, try not to lean too far forward and push with your chest. I kind of am now because that's the only way I can really feel this machine at all. But I don't feel it in my chest much. Okay. Oh. 2 more. Alright, this is set number 2 here after about 20 minutes. Took a little break. To be honest, I look like absolute fucking shit and I don't want to be here, so we just gotta get through this one. Alright, that's it for that. Alright, next we got the preacher curl, which is going to be just another curl variation, lighter than the dumbbell. It's just more focused on squeezing and stretching on this one. I think 2 more sets here, and that'll be it for biceps. I'm doing arms 3 days this week, so the individual volume per each day is going to be a little bit lower, but the total volume for the week is going to be a little bit higher than normal. All right, last set here. This is going to be the FST7 style, so like the quadruple sort of drop set. This feels really good on this machine. All right, next movement is a backhanded, so supinated tricep extension, single arm. This I feel pretty good in the long head of the tricep, which is the the head that I need to grow the most. So this is how we're going to be doing, or this is why we're going to be doing these. The cool thing about doing one arm movements is that you can give yourself some self-assistance. All right, I lied. I'm going to be doing one more bicep movement. I'm going to do a rope hammer curl, and I'm just going to do the FST 7 style drop set with it. So just one set here. And this is kind of like a drag curl version of a hammer curl, but I feel it the best versus just a regular rope hammer curl. So that makes 7 sets total for biceps, 8 total for triceps. All right, that's it for biceps. Lateral raises on the machine, and then we're done. Shoulders back, chest up. Try not to use your traps. Alright, I'm gonna hit one more here, but I'm not gonna film it for you. We're just gonna cut to posing. Alright, there's people everywhere, so this is gonna be the best spot we got for posing. Alright, yo, last meal of the day is one of the only, I guess, creative meals, I guess you could call it. It is like a homemade low-calorie pizza thing. So I'll see if I can get it on camera there. So what that is a low-calorie tortilla at 70 calories, fat-free cheese, lean ground beef, some like really low-calorie marinara sauce, and 1 egg. So I have 2 of those. Not 2 eggs, I split 1 egg into both of them. And total calories for that, for both of them, is 471. Macros, 54 protein, 18 carb, and 18 fat. So yeah, that is the last meal of the day. Sometimes I might have like a protein bar or something before bed, but not today. Sometimes I'll have a Reese's peanut butter cup before bed. But yeah, that is all the meals for today. I'm gonna edit this and then we'll wrap up with the total calories and macros with a little explanation at the end. All right guys, we have made it to the end of the video and we are gonna do a quick recap on the total calories and macros. All right, I tried showing the phone screen, but it's not working on there. But total macros for the day, we have 292 carb, 81 fat, and 245 protein. For a total calorie count of 2,850. So calories are a little bit lower than they were on the last full day of eating, which is what happens when you're dieting. When you're dieting, you have to just progressively drop calories slowly over time. Rewatching the video while editing it, the only thing I would change is maybe throwing in a little bit more carbs after I lift, which I mentioned sometimes I'll have like a snack before bed, which would add some carbs. So all in all, I'm pretty okay with it. It works for me. If I were to give any tips, it would be to find what works best for you. Don't copy what I do. Maybe take some things from what I do. If you want to copy exactly what I do, go for it. But everything I do is kind of tailored to me, specifically for my body, my caloric intake needs, my macronutrient needs. A couple tips, I would say prioritize your carbohydrates around training, so before and after. Space out your protein evenly throughout the day, and get in a healthy amount of fat. Fats are very important for hormone and brain function. But all in all, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share, and I will catch you in the next one. Deuces.